if you don't move, they can't see you.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we're fine.
That's so funny.
God dang.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. We are just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't tell. What's up, podcast peeps?
Heyo, fans of flags.
And we're back with a week 2 update going into week 3.
Yes. Fontana.
That was a race.
It was.
It was a
I know.
fun race.
I actually really liked Fontana.
I know.
I'm gonna miss it. 5 wide. It was like so cool.
The restarts.
Oh, great.
The restarts are amazing.
Yeah.
Like the long runs, they do get strung out pretty far.
Yeah.
But it takes a while.
Yeah.
And like if you're a long run car, you start passing maybe 30, 40 laps into the run. So like you saw a lot of that end of stage 2, end of the race. Like a lot of guys had really good long run cars. Like Harvick made up a lot of time at the end of stage 2. Like I think he got up to I need to go
oh my god, it was such a good race. I loved it. I'm gonna miss it. I'm sad about the reconfig, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Which obviously won't even be next year, it'll be the year after, but
yeah. No, it's a good track.
we sent it out with a bang. I thought it was a great race.
Yeah. Same as last year. Last year's Fontana race, great. So
couple things, notes from Fontana. Tony Stewart in the booth is so great. I love Tony Stewart in the booth.
He's
my spirit animal. I decided that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know I say that about a lot of people, but it's Tony Stewart for sure. But yes, love Tony Stewart in the booth. They did the little like feud thing, and he was talking about his like Joey Logano where he's like, I'm gonna bust his ass. It was so funny. I was like dying, and he's like all embarrassed in there. Like
he's like, I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the best.
Don't know what to do with my hands.
It was a good race. Obviously, green track, so comp caution, like we were talking about last week. There was a comp caution lap 15.
Yeah.
Checking tire wear. Obviously, tires again were the name of the game at Fontana.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna miss that the most. Like, it's very like, how well can you take care of your tires, and you know, on those like really worn tracks.
No, that's the best part about the oldest tracks is when the tire wear comes in. Like when they do a repave, the next 3-4 years, it's tires aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah,
you know. So
I know, I thought it was cool. Like I like always knowing like how many sets they get to bring to a track, managing your sets of tires. If you get 15 sets, you know, how long do you wait before you take it? I
think they had 10 or 11 sets.
Yeah, I thought it was 15 because they didn't get to qualify.
Oh, okay. Oh,
obviously.
So
they didn't like, it was 15 total, not like with their qualifiers.
Yeah.
I don't know, race control maybe knows, but speaking of, we have a special podcast today.
Yes.
It's the first one that anyone will be able to hear race control.
What's up? You guys can finally hear me.
We're not just pointing to the man behind the curtain.
I'm over here usually waving at you guys.
Yeah, holding up signs and shit. Like,
it's like they used to do for the old pit road strategies, hold up signs.
Yes, he was very much like that. But now you can hear him, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
So we're third micing it. So. So Fontana. So obviously Ross Chastain winning stage 1 and 2. Totally thought he was going to win the race.
Oh yeah, I was
pretty convinced.
Yeah. It was domination the first 2 stages,
and I was like, damn it, I didn't want to see it.
I was like, great, yeah, here we go.
I know, well, because they drew up the stat. They were like, which they jinx it. The people in the booth jinx it. They're like, Ross Chain's never won both stages and then the race, and I was like,
oh. Yeah.
Here we go. But because they said it, then it didn't happen.
No. The interesting thing was a couple days after the race, someone posted about, you saw that Kyle Larson in the first stage. Yeah, he had a battery issue.
Yes.
And he went behind the wall and they fixed it and he went 15 laps down. So he's basically out of the race, right? But someone was paying attention to his lap times and he was running, if not the same faster laps
I do
than
not
Ross
doubt that.
Chastain.
He had a great car.
Oh, yeah. I think it would have been a race between him and Kyle Busch at the end.
Yeah.
But,
well, and not only that, but like Truex drove through the field. He had 2 penalties.
Oh.
But he was driving through the field. He started in the back, drove through the field, got a second penalty, he went 2 laps down, got both laps back, and finished in the top 10.
11.
11, yeah.
11. Yeah, but still, like, coming back from 2 penalties like that.
I could not believe it.
Yeah. A lost tire.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm like, dude, the race without Kyle Larson's, without Truex's penalties, like the race would have turned out so different.
Yeah. Well, and then that big wreck in the middle of stage 2.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot more of that at the big tracks with the way that they have the restarts going now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
a lot of cautions, a lot more cautions than I thought were going to happen.
Well, I mean, that was the only, like the other cautions were basically backmarker cars. Well, yeah. I wouldn't say backmarkers. It was interesting to see Corey LaJoie contending for a top 10.
I gotta say, so I was over at my mom's,
mm-hmm.
and my mom's husband was like, I think Corey LaJoie's gonna win a race this year.
I think so too.
And I was like, I think you might be right.
He finished 14th. He kind of dropped off at the end. He was in 11th or something, and he last 10 laps he lost the handle. But
I think it's gonna happen for him this year, though. I think he was right. I was like, dude, bold prediction.
It'd be cool. It would be really cool. It's cool to see the small teams win.
I was going to say, like, I don't remember what documentary it was where they were, like, following Corey LaJoie around, and he's, like, in the garage, like, working on his car because it's such a small team. Like, you know, I think
Steve Letarte is
Spire, right?
Steve Letarte's team owner.
Yeah, it's Spire.
Yeah, Spire. Steve Letarte's a team owner.
Yes.
Yeah. For that. Yeah.
I know, and I was like, damn, dude, he works so hard.
Yeah. I mean, you got him.
And he is always trying.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I will say about Corey LaJoie. He caused a lot of cautions, but...
Yeah, I think he caused 2 at Fontana.
So he's kind of one of those guys where you're like, sometimes you got to get off the track, bud, because you're causing a lot of cautions. But
right. No, he was tries. Contention. Yeah.
I hope he gets a win.
Yeah.
What was that one race he almost won?
Atlanta last year.
Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
I thought it was like a plate track.
Chase Elliott.
Oh my god, I got Matt DiBenedetto vibes so hard.
It was cool.
From when he was like crying at Bristol, like, I just really wanted to win. And I was like, oh my god.
That block by Elliott was just, it was a late block and put him in the wall.
My god.
And then I think Chase Elliott ended up winning.
Thirsty ass motherfucker. Yeah. Oops, sorry, cut that.
Well, cut that.
I'm not cutting that.
Sorry.
I forgot to introduce the sound effects.
Oh yeah.
I run a tight ship.
What is the point of that? What is the use of that?
The whip?
Yeah, what
cracking down.
Cracking down. All right.
Cracking down.
All right.
Cracking down on
our
us.
Comments?
Yes.
Or okay.
On my juicy comments.
Or if you get something wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got
Keep us in check. Gotcha.
Good.
I don't even know if that's the appropriate sound volume. It sounds very quiet.
Yeah. I mean, anything else from Fontana?
Well, the race winner, Kyle.
Oh,
KFB, man.
KFB.
That's insane.
I told you. It was last episode. I was like, dude, Kyle Busch is going to kick ass this year. You're like, I don't know. You're like waffling over it. I don't know. I was like, dude.
You see people, one, change teams and not do well the first year. Change manufacturers.
Yeah. But I only said that because of his steady, solid performance in, like, the duels, the Clash, Daytona. You know what I mean? That was why I said that.
It opened my eyes to just how bad TRD was, like, holding him back last year. Like, he just came out and just won the second race like it was nothing. Like, he was trailing Ross Chastain in stage 2 by 3 seconds, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I don't think anyone's got anything for Ross Chastain. And then all of a sudden, he must have figured something out and ended up with a 3-second lead to win the race.
He's really elevating that team at RCR 100%. For sure.
I mean, you saw Austin Dillon finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, people are talking about Austin Dillon more than ever, and it's literally because Kyle Busch came there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's crazy. I can't believe Toyota let him go, or Joe Gibbs. And Denny Hamlin did say something in his podcast, because a lot of people were tweeting about that man, Joe Gibbs, what did they do to him last year? Like, why?
Well, it's definitely not a secret that Toyota's been struggling. Not only that, but it's really, the worst part is that you find it out the most at super speedway tracks, but it's very evident all the time. But there's 7 Toyotas in the field.
Yeah. I mean, the weakest
there's
link.
just not enough cars for them. You know, we need more Toyota teams, essentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it would be the same thing if we added a 4th manufacturer, or if we changed Toyota to something else, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, it's not as, like, big and as many teams, as many tests, as many everything as, you know, Chevy and Ford.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, Chevy for sure. 17 cars in the field.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I mean, that's what sucks. Is like, I do believe, and obviously Toyota was dominant for a couple years.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't know. I mean, 2 championships. I think they certainly can, but they're so small.
Yeah, it's gonna take them a little while to gather the data and do all that.
Okay. Cool. So Fontana, wrapping that up for
Rest
good.
in peace.
Rip.
We're gonna miss you.
We're gonna miss you, Fontana.
Yeah. See you in a couple years.
Yeah.
See what
short track's
gonna be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we did want to address that we are working on that list. We said that we were working on the list of the 20 best drivers over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
We want to give you a nice Prezi. I think we're gonna work on that.
Yeah, we're gonna make some slideshows.
It's not quite done yet.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be one list, or are you guys gonna?
We're gonna have our separate lists, right?
Separate lists.
Yeah, I think we should do separate lists and just compare and contrast our
Are we
choices.
gonna throw out a Fans with Flags official top 20?
Yeah.
Like, you two have to merge your two and come out with
we'll present our individual
separates.
lists, and then we'll debate, and then we'll come up with a final list.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. Cool.
That's the plan.
All right.
So, but that takes time. We couldn't bang it out in a week. We realized so. Anyway, okay. Track packages.
Track packages were announced for short tracks.
So 3 separate packages. So short and road.
Yep.
Intermediate, which will be running at Bristol and Dover, and then super speedway packages.
Yeah. So I think the super speedway has a 7-inch spoiler, and you know, everything else is pretty much the same, with the diffuser and all that. The short track and the road courses, they're doing 2-inch spoilers. You got to have a windshield wiper, tail lights in case of rain.
Yep.
And I think they took some parts off the rear diffuser, made it more or less aero dependent, so it's more about mechanical grip instead of aero grip. Where like intermediate tracks and your super speedways, they depend on a lot of downforce to keep the cars on the track.
About downforce, yeah.
Where at the short tracks, the select short tracks, I should say, they're gonna make it more mechanical.
Yeah, people were saying that they weren't excited for Bristol, not Bristol Dirt, normal Bristol. I got mad beef with Bristol Dirt, if that's not obvious, over the last 2 podcasts. But regular Bristol, people were saying that it's not going to be a good race because they're running the intermediate package.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
It wasn't that great of a race last year, I didn't think.
Yeah.
I mean, but if we put them on the short track package, I think we're going to have the same problem we had in the first, 5 races of last season, where they're not going to know what the car's capable of, because it's a completely different feel from the last gen car.
Yeah.
It's just a different setup, and they're probably going to have a lot of spin outs if they go to mechanical grip over downforce. So I understand why they're doing it. And they go pretty fast. I think they run 135, 136 average lap speeds at Bristol. It's the fastest short track with all that banking. So, and then Dover. I mean, Dover is a fast short. Well,
yes.
1 mile track.
I think so, or less. 0.75.
And there's a lot of ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster. So,
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. But I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too.
We'll see.
But people were saying that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the same thing with the Gen 6 car. Like, they put a lot of downforce onto it, and it was like watching a train.
Yeah.
Go around the track. It's just no racing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see, like, I guess I never got to really see old Bristol racing where, you're on the top diving to the bottom kind of thing, where I think now they pretty much ride the bottom. Everyone does.
Yeah.
For the most part. So, I don't know. We'll see when it comes, you know. We got a long ways.
While. September, is a Bristol race, so. Okay, so some stuff that came out this week. We won't talk about the biggest news of the week, but Busch, obviously, since they're dropping Kevin Harvick with his retirement, Busch is looking for a driver to sponsor.
Yeah, I saw that Ross Chastain is the favorite, according to Adam Stern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I obviously hate that.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people are rooting for Kyle Busch.
Yeah, so he 100%. Tweeted out that he's like, this has my name written all over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's all down for it. Yeah. I mean, he's going to have
he's very, very, well, he's unsponsorable, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
that would be awesome.
I mean, it's going to be like the second sponsor he's picked up off of Twitter if he gets it.
Yeah.
Like, I think he got Sling TV to sponsor him this year because he tweeted out at them.
But drivers are really doing the most. They're trying to get that sponsorship. So one thing that I saw was Jeffrey Earnhardt, which we didn't get a chance to look at it, but if you see it, he did the most hilarious bid to try to get Busch to sponsor him. So I can only describe it, but he's like in this like swamp. He's wearing these like red, white, and blue swim trunks. Oh, he's holding a big ass fish and he's like chugging a Busch Light.
Oh my god.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty
awesome. Was it a catfish? Did he noodle the catfish or something? Oh my gosh. That is the most.
He was noodling catfish.
Yeah, that is the most southern hick thing you can do.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I was
have to pull up his Twitter.
Yeah.
You literally have to see it. Everybody, you have to see it because it's so funny.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
but really, drivers are like going off trying to get this sponsorship.
It's
huge.
One, it's the only only alcohol sponsor in the sport anymore.
Yeah, it's a title sponsor.
Yeah, and a title sponsor, pole award sponsor. I mean, they're a huge part of the sport.
I know.
So it's a hot commodity. It'll be interesting to see who gets it.
It will be very interesting to see. I really do hope it's Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Kyle Busch would be cool. I mean, he's in the 8 car. Get that Bud.
Yes. Okay. Did you see that where they were like, "This is what I'm
throwback."
thinking"?
Yeah, the throwback. I think it'd be great.
I know it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they have to. So
they definitely.
We'll see. But I thought that was big news.
Yeah.
That was cool. But not the biggest news of the week.
Oh my gosh.
Our dear NASCAR's most popular driver.
I'm gonna cry.
Jared, somebody get Jared a tissue. Fast. He will be out for at least this race. Snowboarding accident.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
He snapped his tibia.
Yes.
His shin bone, if you don't know what a tibia is.
Yes.
But
so
went snowboarding in Colorado.
A big old TBD on a timeline.
Yeah, they said something about 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah. I'm sure they had to like pin and screw his tibia back together. Is probably what happened. So.
Yes.
That's
so
wild.
We will not be seeing Chase Elliott on the track. Obviously, we have Josh Berry in the Cup car. I think it should be good.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Berry.
He's going to end up in Cup anyway.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, might as well try it out.
Yeah. So we won't be seeing Chase Elliott on the track. We will be still continuing hearing about him constantly per usual.
Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, a lot of Chase Elliott fans, the bandwagon fans, were very upset that Chase Elliott was doing stuff outside of racing.
My God.
It's like, okay, you got Kyle Larson going out and racing, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott. I mean, everyone goes out and does stuff outside. Yeah, you got to have a life outside of racing. So I don't know why people are getting.
They were talking about it on, I think it was Race Hub, but they were talking about how like most drivers have it in their contract what they can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of
because like Kyle Busch couldn't do, like, he wants to do the Indy Coke 600 run. So the Indy 500 is the same weekend as the Coca-Cola 600.
It is awesome. Best weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. It's a gauntlet. that drivers like to try, which is to run the Indy 500 and then get down to Charlotte and run the 600.
Yes, I remember Tony Stewart doing it. It was awesome.
Kurt Busch did it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of drivers who, like, you know, they can't
That seems something very much like Kyle Busch would want to do.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. And I'm surprised he hasn't.
And I think I saw something a couple weeks ago. Kyle Larson has something set up, I think, through McLaren or something for 2025. He's going to do some testing this year or next year.
Oh,
for
really?
The Indy. Yeah, he wants to run the Indy 500.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
So that'll be cool to see eventually. But yeah. No, it's interesting. A lot of people are thinking or making comments that, oh, maybe Chase Elliott's going to pull a Kyle Busch season.
Oh my God, why do people keep putting that out in the world?
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
No, I don't think anyone's going to
literally stop doing that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I know. I was obviously they would have no reason not to like apply for him to get a waiver. Oh, you know what I mean? So that's obviously
they're going to, and they're going to get it. Like,
yeah, even if it was nothing, they would get it anyway. Let's be honest. So
you can't let your
show me that rule book, baby. Yeah. I'd love to see it. All the amendments.
Yeah.
That have been made for that kid. That'd be great to see.
Oh man, but yeah, it's crazy. You don't expect those things to happen, then they do, and it's like, what's that? I don't know.
I know it's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I'm excited for Josh Berry.
That definitely was the biggest news of the week. I mean, seriously, the minute it happened, I was like, all over everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
So, truck race. You did not get to watch a truck race.
I did not get to watch trucks or Xfinity this week. So,
I guess my only thing from the truck race was, so Kai Bai won at Fontana, went to the truck race, won at the truck race.
Yeah.
His home track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was very cool because like Samantha, Braxton, their new baby, looked like his mom.
Braxton was racing at the bull ring this weekend or something.
It's like his whole family was there, so that was super cool.
That is really cool.
He was excited.
Oh, for sure. He dominated that race, didn't he?
Yeah. It was a good race, though, I thought.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a little sloppy and caution-y, but that's per usual. That's a truck race, trucks, you know? Yeah. Like,
trucks is the new ARCA. That's how I look at it. It's the new ARCA.
Yeah. No, but I thought the truck race was good. And then the Xfinity race today was also good.
Okay.
So, I know.
Who won that race?
It was Austin Hill. Won the race. Chandler Smith, very, very close.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dang.
I really, really liked Harvick and Blaney in the booth.
Yeah? Was it good?
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked them in the booth, yeah.
Okay.
Well, obviously a preview of Harvick in the booth, but he's just so, like, he sounds good, first off. He never says anything that's like, why would you say that? Or, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't, I don't know.
He doesn't make unnecessary comments. Like, everything he says means something.
Yes.
Or it adds to the broadcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's not just some gimmicky.
He's purposeful about it. So that was good. And then Blaney, so I listened to Blaney's podcast.
Okay. Glass
Case of Emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, okay.
Is he doing that again? I don't know.
I listened to it. I mean, it was literally years ago.
I don't think he did it last year.
And I was like, maybe he's like a little more reserved, you know, like whatever. Mm-hmm. But him in the booth, like he's funny.
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay. Cool. All right. Are they doing another?
I like that Ryan Blaney always brings up that they don't have him in the graphics.
Hysterical. Literally hysterical. So they have the graphic that they show on TV where it's like, it has Bubba Wallace, Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Logano, and it's like, Fontana next week, whatever. Well, Ryan Blaney's never on it, and so he's always like, salty that he's not on it, and then they'll like make one for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just for him? Okay.
It's so funny. Honestly, the broadcasting for like the truck race. Oh my God, for the truck race, yeah, Jamie Little was in the booth for the truck race.
Oh, really?
That was awesome. Yeah, so I love the broadcasting for the truck race and for the Xfinity races. Like almost always. I think that listening to them is so fun. Like they'll do like the driver only weekend where it's like drivers in the pit, all drivers in the booth. It's super funny. You think it'd be a shit show, it's not. They do a good job.
Yeah. I mean, the cup booth needs some work.
Yeah. I know. So I was talking about Tony Stewart in the booth. Like
it's one specific person, and
you're a Clint Boyer hater.
I've been supportive for 2 years. Has it been 2 years or 1 year? I can't remember. I feel like it's been 2 years.
I think it's been 2.
2? Yeah. I've been supportive. I've given him his chance. He has not lived up to the expectation.
Yeah.
It's like Jeff Gordon in the booth.
Okay, Jeff Gordon in the booth was like... They did a little compilation of him. Like, look at this. Because he said it like a shitload of times. It was so funny. They did that
at the end of the season.
And just like super roasting him. I was like, that was great.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Boyer. Some people just aren't meant for the booth. And
I thought he brought a lot of energy, and I thought he was really fun.
He's starting to say the same things over and over and over again.
A lot of people are like super hating on him in the booth.
Like, sometimes he just makes comments that you're just like you said, why would you say that? Like, it didn't add anything. And you can hear, it doesn't sound like the chemistry is there. Like, he'll say something and like really excited, and then Mike Joy and Tony Stewart are like, I don't even know how to play off that, It's just kind of awkward.
I think you're right. Chemistry. Yeah. I think you're right.
He's just about that. I think he would be better down in the pits, like a Michael Waltrip kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, they have to keep him because honestly, I think he's a lot of fun.
He has a lot of fun with the drivers.
Yes.
I think he could be.
But you know how he does like the pit walk? Is that what they call it? Grid walk. Grid walk.
Yeah.
And like Clint Boyer could do something super fun like that.
Yeah. I think he should just go. He could be a pit reporter. It's more of his style
anyway. Yeah. He's not trying to be in a suit.
He doesn't put it out.
Yeah, he does put it out. Yeah,
they stopped doing that this year, didn't they?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, they haven't done put it out. It was a good effort.
I like him in the booth. I don't know. He's a little different after the incident that happened.
Oh, I mean, that might be part of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
because I think if you look at the other races, then but.
I mean, yeah, I can't imagine what he's going through. Like, that's the other thing. I'm like, I don't want to be super critical because of all that happened, but yeah, I don't know. We need more energy and more, I don't know. Just needs more energy.
That's a hard job. I'm sure.
Yeah, you got so much even this week, like I like sat down and I was typing out stuff throughout the race. It's hard to keep track. It happens so fast.
I know.
When you're trying.
It takes a lot of skill to do that. I mean, a lot of people hate on Rick Allen, and I think Rick Allen calls a good race.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like Mike Joy.
Mike Joy is great. Like, those two are great, like, anchors for a broadcast. And you just got to find the rest.
I know. I like a lot of people. Well, and then think about it, like, NBC or Peacock now, or
it's NBC still.
Yeah,
Peacock is
ABC.
What?
ABC.
ABC.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, it's NBC.
Well, second half of the season, wherever we watch it, whoever
it's
announces
on USA.
it.
Oh, it's USA.
USA. Yeah,
USA is a subsidiary of NBC.
Yeah, right.
So
it's USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
still after Sonoma, I think.
After Sonoma.
Sonoma's typically like the
mid-season
June break.
First week of June or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to put my vote for Larry Mack to be in the booth.
Oh, Larry Mack is so good.
He used to. He got sick of the travel. Yeah. He did. That's why he got out of it. That's
I heard that he's willing or wants to go back.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm down with that. Like, you need a crew chief.
I love Larry Mack. Like, anytime he's like throwing the facts or like the trends or whatever, like, I love it.
Yeah, crew chief in the booth. I mean, Steve Letarte in the NBC booth.
Steve Letarte, good.
I mean, having a crew chief and a driver and, a personality is kind of the dream team.
Totally.
So I just think.
Wow, we're really, really like highly critiquing the booth and like less about NASCAR, but
I mean,
we just figured it out. We figured all of NASCAR's broadcasting issues.
Guys, don't worry, we'll jot it all down for you. Send it out.
A couple of amateur podcasters got it all figured out.
I'm just saying, like, it's it's hard to like.
Don't worry, I'm taking notes, NASCAR, for you. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, I mean, you think about people who want to get into NASCAR and want to watch it.
I know. That's the whole thing we were talking about.
If you made them watch Clint Boyer, Mike Joy in the booth.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing that I love is like the way that they
like,
explain things. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, are you explaining to me a green, white, checkered or a overtime again? But then I'm like, it's good and I love it and I love the way that they do it and they call certain things and they give you like facts during the race. Like it is for people who haven't watched it.
I just need to do a better job. Like NBC killed it last year with like the cutaway car and the way they like pulled apart.
No, I like the Toyota. I took a bunch of videos of Larry Mack explaining like the cutaway car is the same thing, but they do it on Fox, but I forget what they call it.
Yeah, I don't know. No,
but anyway, it's Larry Mack doing it, so it's great.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's a big part of the thing. Like if you're not at the race, the broadcast is your window into the race.
It is.
And it makes or breaks.
Sometimes I'll be like at the track and I try to watch the broadcast.
Really?
The track, yeah. Well, so when we went to Road America, we were sitting in the Turn 14 Experience. They had the TVs on.
All around the track,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You're right. I mean, I do like to hear. I like to hear a well-called race. I mean, it's the same thing as listening to like MRN.
Yeah,
you know?
they do
love listening to MRN.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just if they want to get more people in the NASCAR, you need to first of all,
it's a big deal.
Yeah, have a great broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, I think we beat that up to death. So.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Maybe we move on.
Sorry, I had to air my grievances out.
Yes. Okay. Truck race, Xfinity race. Going into Vegas this weekend. Got my Vegas shirt.
Nice.
Yes.
I did not notice.
Yeah. Well, this is Furniture Row. This is
old
throwback,
old school. Yeah. No, Vegas this week. First mile and a half versus intermediate track. As we call it.
I'm so excited. I'm like, dude, give me a mile and a half all day. Love it.
Yeah, Vegas is a good track. It's got good racing. A couple different lines. Yeah. You can run the top. You can run the bottom.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah. So practice. Harrison Burton. Okay, it was this big whole thing. Obviously, he spun out. He's in a backup car, but they're saying now that there was a lug nut left on the track. And that he ran over the lug nut, it hit his radiator, spewed water, the water hit his tire, then he spun out and hit the wall.
What?
That's what they're saying.
A lug nut from the truck race? Or the Xfinity?
From the
Xfinity
race.
Xfinity.
Or practice.
Xfinity qualifying or whatever?
Yeah.
Whose lug nut was it? Did they ever figure it out?
Well, I don't think you could, but that's what they're saying. Because he's like, I ran over a lug nut. I was like, oh my God. Either way, he's in a backup car.
Okay.
So,
well, that stinks. Yeah, because looking at the lap averages from practice, he was number 4 with average lap times 5:10 lap
I know,
times.
it sucks. You were in a good car.
Yeah.
But anyway, then Larson was fastest in Group A. Bubba was fastest in Group B.
Yep.
And Reddick, notably, also BJ McLeod, but Reddick did not start.
Yeah, he had an engine swap. Yeah. Something wrong with the engine on startup. So. Yeah. Yeah, that stinks. Reddick is not having a good start to his season.
Yeah, I know. It's like really, he'll turn it around. I have no doubt about that.
When the road course comes around, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coda, first one.
Yeah, who won Coda last year? Was it Elliott?
Well, I know
Allmendinger.
Ross Chastain won one, and then Elliott won another.
Oh yeah, it was Ross Chastain last year. Yep, his first.
Elliott was when it was raining a shitload, and they let him keep raining, and then he was in the lead, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my God, it's raining! We need to call it."
After letting them drive around in a downpour.
After letting people just completely get annihilated.
Yeah, that was
then
crazy.
They didn't even give it any amount of time.
No.
Literally, they're like, "Oof, bud. There's a lot of rain." Then they're like, "Elliott in the lead." Okay. We're gonna stop. There's too much rain. And then they're like, wait, like 2 seconds. They're like, well, we're just gonna call the race. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was the most annoying race. That made me dislike Coda because that was actually the first time that we introduced it.
Yeah.
And then Ross Chastain won second, and that was his first win.
Yeah,
ever,
he smoked AJ Allmendinger for the win there.
Oh my God.
Alex Bowman almost made the pass on the last turn.
Yeah.
But it was Ross Chastain hit.
It was a 2-for-1.
AJ Allmendinger into Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman, yeah.
And they took them both out and ended up making the last
That was a good race.
It was a good race.
Yeah.
I like Coda.
And I was excited to see Ross Chastain win, and then he got progressively more annoying over the season, so that's the thing. But,
yeah, super overdriver.
Yeah. But either way, okay, Vegas.
Back to Vegas. Yeah, just...
We're chatty today.
Yeah, Willie B qualified P2, which is cool.
Yes.
I'm down.
Yeah, Logano
I'm
on
here
the pole.
for that.
So Logano, I mean qualifying. So Logano was fastest in Group A. Seabell fastest in Group B. Logano on the pole. He's won 3 of the last 8 Vegas races, including the last race we had there, the playoff race.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's on the pole. So I mean, it's.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, I'm trying to look at the qualifying times. Yeah. I mean,
qualifying was medium uneventful, I thought, but
well, just looking at the times, it like Joey Logano, William Byron are really close, and then 3 through 5, which is Blaney, Gibbs, and Busch, are pretty close. I mean, they're all within a few tenths of each other.
yeah.
So it's gonna, but qualifying is, they're gonna change their setup obviously before the race. That was just qualifying setup. So. You expect it to be it's going out there to make the fastest lap it can. They're going to put some more balance into it and whatnot for the race. So it'll be interesting to see who gets that adjustment right. And yeah, but it's looking like in practice 1, I would assume if they're doing like 10 lap runs, they're putting in a race setup of some sort. And looking at the lap averages, we got, I think Kyle Larson had the fastest overall lap average for a 10-lap run. William Byron had the fastest 5 and 10 lap average. And then after that, it was Bubba Wallace, Harrison Burton, rest in peace, AJ Allmendinger.
Rip.
And
well, backup car. I mean, I don't know. Could be good. Starting back, but.
Put the setup back in. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't like to be like, oh my God, like Willie B's going to get it done, because then when it doesn't happen, you get so disappointed and it hurts. But yeah, we decided, I decided if Willie B wins, I'm shotgunning a beer on the next podcast. Which podcast after the
impressive. He shotguns beers really fast.
Yeah.
Like scary fast.
3-4 seconds.
We'll put his time up.
Yeah.
I have many videos of him doing it. I mean, that's a thing, but
no. So I'm hoping William Byron wins.
Yeah, I mean, he qualified great. I mean, obviously, has a chance.
But that's my pick for Vegas. So
that's your pick.
Yeah, going with 24.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm hesitant to pick Larson, but I do feel like he's going to do really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he has done well at Vegas in the past, so. But
that's unfortunately my pick. I mean, I do think Kaibai is going to show up big time, because I mean he really likes winning at Vegas.
Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't like winning at their home track?
Yeah,
that's like a big thing.
Yeah,
big celebration. Hang out in Vegas.
Right.
Did they do the burnouts and stuff this year?
Oh my God, I don't know if they did.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything either.
That's so lame.
That's a great question.
It's so lame because now F1 does the burnouts.
Oh my God,
yeah,
F1.
I know.
Lord.
That starts this weekend. F1 at 10 a.m. I shouldn't even say that. Don't go watch F1. It's pointless.
What time's the race?
I don't know. Maybe we'll
promote
get
the race,
out.
the NASCAR race.
Oh, the NASCAR race is at 2:30.
Sure.
2:30. It's at 2:30 on Sunday. Okay, I believe. I don't know. I wasn't ready for that question. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So.
The point of it was don't watch F1. Watch NASCAR. That
watch
was the point.
NASCAR later in the afternoon after you wake up and you recover from your hangover from Saturday night. That's what you do. And the race is at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, so 2:30 Central.
Yes.
I was right.
Yes.
Win. But
get yourself some pre-race too.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do some pre-race stuff, IndyCar does start this weekend as well. Yep. I think their race starts at noon.
Yeah, I got to get the schedule up for that.
I don't really watch IndyCar unless it's like an oval.
I don't super either, but I do.
Yeah, road racing and in IndyCar is just kind of not fun. It's not contact friendly. You have to be, I don't know.
Well,
I like their oval
wheel,
racing.
Yeah.
Oval racing is cool to watch at IndyCar. They go so much faster on those tracks.
Yeah.
Indy 500's a good race to watch. It's a fun race. So.
Yeah.
Did you get your pick in?
Yeah. Oh, I said Larson or Kai.
Larson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Race control. Do you have a?
I think Logano's gonna win.
Logano.
Yeah,
I did enjoy watching.
Dude, he's dominated.
Yeah, he did very well. I did enjoy watching the practice because it seemed even in the short runs they were doing, the tire wear was pretty good. There was like Larson's car got very loose over 10 laps, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was.
But he's fast.
Yeah, right. He was fast, but then
he likes it like that.
The
was he running?
Went out of
no,
it, and he
please.
lost a lot of speed.
I'm not a Larson fan. I don't want this to happen. I just think that's what's going to happen. Okay.
Did he? Was he running the top, running the wall?
Not that I saw.
No.
No.
Interesting.
No.
Those bumps and turns are getting pretty serious.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of bottoming out.
Yeah, I think Logano's going to show up big time. I think Willie B is going to do good.
I hope Willie B gets some payback for Darlington last year. That's what I want to see.
Still on that.
Last 2 laps, just punt Joey Logano into the wall. That's what I want to see. So, yeah.
Okay, well, we want to go over power rankings. So we thought,
rankings,
yes. Who we thought, but power rankings going into Vegas.
Bob Pockris put
Bob
this
Pockris,
up.
yes.
He's Fox Sports. He's our #1 best NASCAR reporter.
Bob Pockris.
He's got
Bob's
the
the
inside
best.
scoop.
Bob's super the best.
Go follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll know everything that's
Listen
going
to
on
him.
in the garage.
He knows. Yeah. Number 10, Hamlin.
Okay. I mean, to be expected.
Yes. Bowman.
I don't know.
I don't see it.
I mean, it's the second week. It's like
Yeah.
Bob even says at the beginning of the article, it's kind of tricky to put power rankings together 2 weeks in.
2 weeks in, yeah.
From a super speedway to
Stenhouse.
That's ridiculous.
Because of his obvious, well-earned, not pure luck W at the Daytona 500.
But that's a super speedway. It's a whole different thing. And I don't think the majority of the races are not super speedways. That
obviously,
is,
thank God.
Oh my gosh, that would be ridiculous.
You imagine? Every week? Good Lord.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
Suarez, number 7.
I'm surprised that he's in the top 10.
Yeah. Austin Dillon.
Also surprised.
Yes, but RCR is kicking ass, obviously.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott, which obviously this was pre
broken leg.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Josh Berry, even Larry Mack was saying, he's like, your goal is to finish all the laps.
Yeah, that
has
like
to
Ty
be
Gibbs last year taking over for Kurt.
Like, for sure.
Just get the laps finished.
Run your race, finish the laps, don't wreck out, have a clean race, you know.
And
if you can get more out of it, good, but
yeah.
Number 4, Harvick.
I mean,
anytime. Literally anytime it can happen.
I think this year is going to be a good year for Harvick.
I also think this year is going to be a good year for Harvick. It's going to be
a good send-off.
Yeah, I know. I really, really, really want that for him.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Number 3, Logano. I was kind of surprised he was...
last year's champion.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he was only 3, but I mean, that makes sense. Number 2, Chastain. So...
a little generous, I think.
Back again, doing Chastain things.
Yeah.
And then number 1, Kai Fair.
I think
Dude, he shows up. Not only that, but like I just think Kyle Busch is just so impressive.
I mean, it's like insane
looking. Okay, so at the truck race, they're showing his stats in the truck series. I'm like, good God, his stats are unbelievable in the truck series. You go to Xfinity series, he's got 102 wins, I think, because he was gonna stop at 100, got 2 more wins. Just crazy.
Yeah, I'm
not surprised at all that he's kicking ass at RCR.
He is one of the greatest that's ever going to do it. For sure. I mean, like I said, switching manufacturers, going to a completely different... a 2-car team instead of a 4-car team. RCR's been a 2-car team forever, and they have not been dominant for a long time.
Yeah.
So, it's cool. I'm here for it.
I'm here
Kyle
for it,
Busch,
too.
redemption arc. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. So,
Well, I think that's it. So Vegas this weekend, and we'll see you in Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. Woo!